Section on real estate. Real estate, real estate, real estate. Out of the 7 steps, it's number 6. We want to add businesses and we want to add real estate to what we're doing. Now, in real estate, in business, in your job, everything has 5 F's. All right, there's 5 F's. You need to find good deals. Okay, you need to find good deals. You need to fund those deals. You need to fix it, farm it, and then flip it. Okay, so you need to find good deals. You need to fund it, figure out how to tie it up so you control it. You need to fix the problem. And then you get to farm it or flip it. Okay, that's the key of what we're doing here is those pieces. And so as we talk about those things, Daryl sent me a messenger and says, hey, we found a deal we're interested in talking about. So I'm going to let Daryl pop up here first, and we're going to talk a little bit about this deal. Now, when we talk about the 5 F's, the first one was to find a good deal. Of all the things we teach, that is probably the most important thing. Everybody thinks you got to have the money. Everybody thinks you got to have the credit. Everybody thinks you got to have all that other stuff. No, you have to find somebody that has that stuff. Now, you can buy real estate. There's all kinds of techniques in the Success and Money Secrets book. There are all kinds of sections on real estate. My good friend Robert Allen has given us some materials that's in the class. There's all kinds of wonderful real estate classes in there that you should be going through. That's how I made a big part of our fortune. I'll just be honest with you. That's how we made $10 million in the U.S. because I bought and held all these properties, rented them out, and we did about $8 million. I think probably $7 million is, I guess, a better number in rental income over my lifetime. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not smarter than you. I just been there, done that. And so of the 5 F's, we got to find a good deal. We got to find a good deal. We're going to talk about that and figure out if it's a good deal or not. Then we're going to figure out the funding. And if you don't have it, somebody else does. Then we got to fix the problem. The problem might be in the property. It might be of the seller. Then we can either flip it and make some money, or we can farm it, which means we want to make money on rental income over a long period of time. All right, Daryl, come on out. And you found this property. So you're going to find something that has glitter. I'm going to give you an idea if I think it's gold. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
You want to share your page?
Yep. I'm gonna show some pictures, and I'm gonna talk about it while sharing you the pictures. All right. So we found this house, and it's 100 square. Okay. So here's some of the pictures that we've got in the house, and we're going to tour you around. So basically, this house is owned by a person that's not living inside in this house. He's just trying to rent it somebody else, and then he decided to sell it. And right now, the size of the house is 100 square meters, and then it has 3 bedrooms, and then it has carport. It has 2 baths, and it's a corner lot. Now, it's a 25 years to pay, and there are only 11 years remaining. So the loan amount is almost $1 million. That's the loan amount, and then the resale value of it is double, like 2 million. That's the resale value of it, and then the monthly amortization of it is like 8,000, roughly around.
We're gonna do a little bit of doodling on this one, Daryl. Is there any more pictures on it that you can show me?
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's do the pictures first, then let's do the deal.
Okay. So yeah, basically this is the house, so this is one of the room. So this will be their living room, and then this one right here is their CR, bath, and then this one another room. That's the CR right there, and then this is the kind of like the porch or terrace. Okay, and then this is the back. This is their kind of like their kitchen, or where they can do their laundry. And then yeah, basically this is the living room. Then that's what it will look like. So when You are in their living room. So yeah, right there. So that's the front of the house right here. So it's a corner lot, which means there's no house at the left side, and then uh this is the way. So that's where the house is located in.
Okay. All right, good. I'm going to see if I can share with this new handy dandy piece that I've got here.
Okay.
Let's start sharing the screen. Let's see if that'll do that. Looks like it's sharing okay. All right. So
Mhm.
as we talk about that, the first thing is we got to find a good deal. And until you understand value, everything is worthless. So we got to understand the value. What is the value? Now, if you looked at other properties that were in that neighborhood, the same size, the same number of beds and baths, what do you think the resale value is of that property?
Well, well, for the particular property that I just shared is 2 million.
Okay,
That's the resale value of it. Because can I tell you why 2 million?
sure.
Because it doesn't have any improvements yet. But if
Okay,
there are improvements, if there are renovations about it, then that's way
okay.
higher.
So it's but the resale with some fix up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. So now, how much are the loans? There's an existing loan on the property.
So the existing loan of the property is close to uh close to 800,
Okay,
800, 800.
is 800, 800.
Yep, 800,
Do you
800
know
plus.
on the 800, that's the
Uh-huh.
amount. Again, this is happens to be in pesos. Do you know
Mhm.
what the monthly payment is on it?
Yes, the monthly payment is in peso again. It's 8,100.
Okay, 8,100. And this is a loan. Do you know what the interest rate is on the loan?
It's 6.378.
Okay, so it's a low interest, that's a pretty good interest rate. And
Mhm.
so we know the loan amount is 800,000. We know that the monthly payment's 8,100 and the interest rate is 6.37. And
Mhm.
there's about 11 years left on the loan, right?
Right, that's right.
So it probably started out as a 20 or a 25-year loan and it's being paid down all this time.
Mhm.
So
That's right.
it started out as a longer term loan and it's being paid down. Now, you said that there's some fix up. What is the fix up cost to get to this resale value? What's the fix up?
Well, so you're talking about the price fixed cost,
Yeah, you,
probably,
you told me
yeah,
that this thing is worth $2
probably,
million after we
yeah.
fix it up. What's it going to cost me to fix it up?
It's gonna cost 150,000,
Okay, 100.
including, yeah, including
So
everything.
you think you could clean it up for $150,000? 150.
Exactly, exactly.
Give me a second here. My pen's acting up on me. Okay, good. So that's between those two. That puts you at about 950. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
They tell you what they want out of it.
So they want 300. They want 370, 370,000. They
And
want
then
how
and then they'll walk. They'll leave.
they'll leave. Then I'm gonna own the house.
Okay, so 370,000 to the seller.
Hmm.
So if we take 950 and we add 370 to a class, how much is that?
That's gonna be 1.320.
Now you're saying the thing's worth $2 million, 2 million
Hmm.
pesos.
Hmm.
Is it really worth that if I put 150 into fixing it up?
Definitely, because if I'm gonna sell it for like 2 million, and then I'm going to spend 13220, then I'm gonna have 680. That's a lot.
Okay. Is it really worth 2 million at fixed up?
Fixed up, yes.
Okay. All right, class. Give me some input on here. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Throw in the chat or come out live. Ask some questions. we all have opinions, but Daryl gets the vote. So we're just giving him some opinions on it. Come on out, ask questions.
So what's the rental income on there? Did I miss that figure? What do you expect to rent it out for?
Well, what I'm thinking is it's just gonna be a break-even thing, because the monthly payment for it is 8,100, and probably the rental might be 8,100 as well.
So you're thinking the rental's about the same, about 8,100 or so?
About 8,100 or so, yes.
Okay.
Or it can be lower, probably. It's just playing with those figures. Hazel said I can sell it for 2.5 or 3 million. That's really possible, but it might take a little while.
Uh-huh.
What's the lot size and floor size? The lot size is 100 square meters. And then
Yeah.
the floor size, if I'm not mistaken, is 50 to 60. And then it has 2 baths and 3 beds.
Okay, that's all wonderful. I don't really care. What do I care about? I care that the thing is worth $2 million is the resale. That if I fix that sucker up, it's worth 2 million and I can buy it for 1.3. Fall in love with the terms, fall in love with the deal. Don't fall in love with
The
the house.
appearance, size, yeah.
When you've done enough of these, like my wife and I were on I think we're in our 12th property that we've been into. Now we bought our dream property, and our next property is probably going to be a rest home or a casket, one of those two things. But when we get started, it's all about the deal, and we fix it up, make a buck, fix it up, make a buck, fix it up, make a buck. All right. So, any other questions on this, guys? And how would he do this? How would he do this? First question is, do you have 370,000 to be able to buy it off of him?
Well, close, I'd say. So what I'm thinking right now is the technique of knotting down by Robert Allen.
Okay. So nothing down just means that it's not your money. It can be somebody else's money. So one of the things to do, can you find a partner? Do you want to give up half the equity, half the profit by finding a partner?
Probably, yeah. If I can find one. But
we want to, dude, you're going to make, this is a great deal. If this number holds true, if all this number really holds true and you can really sell it for 2 million bucks and your basis in is 1.3. All right. So let's talk about what the options are. Option number one, you pull 370 out of your pocket, you buy the property and you take the loan subject to, which means now you make the payments to the bank. Does the bank really care?
No.
No, what they care about is getting their money on a monthly basis. Banks make money by loaning money. They hate real estate. They don't want real estate. So could you make a down payment of 370 and then take over and start making those payments of 8,100 by taking it and doing a subject to? We're just going to start making the payments. Now, when you buy the property, there's 2 pieces of paper you're going to sign. One is the deed. Who owns this property? Who owns it? The second one, is there any loans against it? Is there a mortgage or a loan against it? That's a whole separate piece of paper. And right now there is a loan for 800,000 on it. And your goal would be to just walk in there and take over the payments on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a bank may want you to assume it. Now, first of all, I've done this a lot of times and we never, the bank, as long as they're getting their money, they don't care. Their money's coming in, they don't care. Vast majority of the time. If you want to formally assume it, which means you're going to do new paperwork, you're going to go in and qualify for it and all that other stuff, they would do that, but they want to charge you some money. They want to charge you an assumption fee to be able to officially assume it. So there's 2 things you can do. Subject to, where I'm just taking it subject to the existing loans, or you can assume it. I like the subject to better. Okay, because I don't want to have to go through all that hassle of stuff. And especially if you don't have really good credit. So number one is that's where we're going. Number two is where are you going to get the money? Well, can you find a partner? Can you find a partner, Daryl? Between you and Ryan, could you do it together? Could you go find another partner?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. What would you be willing to give them?
Well, probably we're going to split it in half if that's gonna make it's gonna.
So what you give this partner his money back first,
Mhm.
plus 1/2 of the profit.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do that?
Well, for starter, yes.
Okay. Is there anything wrong with that deal, guys? Now we had somebody said that they're wondering, can you really do it for 150? Can you fix it up for 150? Well, you might have to. It might be more than that. Now, when I do fix up, we do paint and powder, which means if you go in there and clean out the crap, you'll notice there's a bunch of crap thrown in there. He doesn't live there, so somebody else is living there, and they're not taking care of it. A paint job does a massive good. When you do a paint job, you paint for the woman in the house. All right, man, face it, we don't really care. We just want to know where the refrigerator is, where the bathroom is, and where the TV is. You don't get a vote. The women get the vote because they, at least in my family, that's the way it is. So you paint it neutral. There's houses that I've seen where the bathroom was blue and it was a beautiful house, and a woman walked in and goes, nice house, but I hate the bathroom. I don't want this house. And they said, hell, you could have painted it. So we paint stuff a cream color, a white color, not, and make it so that it's neutral, so they can walk in and go, I like this house. I like the house. Maybe I'll paint that bathroom blue, and then they figure out what to do with it. So do something that doesn't offend them. Number two, get rid of the crap. Clean up the crap. If you'll do those two things, that's a huge piece. You can spend a lot more. There's somebody said, can you really do it for 150? Well, even if you spent more than that, even if you spent another 100 on it or another 150 on it, you've still got some money in it. It's taking some of the fun out if we have to go in and spend 300 grand into it. Okay, so that's one way you could do it. Number two is you could talk to the seller and say, I'll pay the 370, but I need to do it. I need to pay it to you in 120 days. So I'm going to buy this property off of you, and the seller wants 370.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 100 of it right now, and I'll still 270, and I'll give that to you in 6 months or 3 months or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he still has he's still going to get paid. It's just going to take him a little while to do that. That's one idea if you've got a relationship with them and they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're down right here, and that's your remaining balance. And then you go spend your money on fix it up. I've done properties where I've said, all right, I'll do that. And I did that deal. And then I took my money and went in and did the fix up. I've done deals where it was a lease with an option. The lease with the option says, I'm going to have the right to go buy this under these terms right there, those terms right there. So I'm going to give you $370,000, but I'm going to give it to you in 120 days. So I'll give you a small down payment, and then I'm going to take the time and energy to go fix it up. I've even done deals where I literally had an offer that I could buy it under those terms, and the deal with the guy was, I'll get your money in 120 days. And I'm going to take my money and I'm going to do the fix up. And I took my money, and that's where I spent my money, is the fix up. I didn't make payments to him. I didn't do anything. I have the right to buy it in 120 days or in 150, 4 months. I have the right to buy it for that price. And you let me to go in and fix it up. And I'm going to spend my money in fixing it up. Because fixing up is not that much money. Now, 150 might be a lot. If you're just going to go and paint it and clear out the crap, then that's pretty cheap. If you're going to have to replace carpets and furniture and do plumbing and stuff like that, that's a little bit different. So I've done that a whole bunch of times where I says, and I tied it. I've got an option. I've got an agreement to buy it under those terms. And I said, I'm going to spend my money instead of giving it to you. I'm going to spend my money on the fix up. And I've got deals done through that way. Make sense?
Mhm.
That's another way you can do it. You can find partners. Like you just said, I'll find a partner and I'll bring the partner in. Hey, you got to come up with a 370 plus partner. You got to come up with 150 for the fix up. If I'm going to give you half the profit, you need to come up with the down payment and you need to come up with the fix up money. I will go in with my brother and whatever, and we'll go fix it up. We'll turn around and we'll sell it. We'll buy it. Then we'll sell it. You get your money back first, and then we'll split the profits 50-50.
Mhm.
Now, these big companies I work with, they do the same thing, but they take 20% of it and 80% goes to the investors. And they do big deals that way. Okay? So that's another way that you could do it. That's a good enough deal, Daryl, that the worst case scenario is you just go in there and buy it. Now, can you buy this property? Can you get new financing on this property if you own it? What's the terms if you buy it and you are going to live in it? How much down do you have to come up with?
Well, if I'm going to rebuy the house again, it might go
If you're going to buy it the first time for 1.3 million, because that's the purchase price.
uh-huh. So
That's
yeah, I have to pay for the equity, and it's kind of like 20 to 30%. That's
yeah.
the equity.
So the real price point is 800,000 for the loan, and they wanted for the seller's equity, they wanted 370.
370, that's right.
So your purchase price then, let's go 0, 0, 0 is 0, and that's a 7, that's an 11. 1.17, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the purchase price. If you went to the bank and said, bank, I'd like to buy this property, how much down payment do you have to come up with?
I have to come up with 20 to 30%.
As an owner occupant, if you own it and live in it?
Oh yeah, as an owner occupant, if I have to live in it, then I have to provide that equity. That's
If
20
you're,
to 30%.
and again, remember, I'm asking if you're the owner and you live in it, it's owner occupied. In the States, you can get in for anywhere from 3 to 5% down if you own it and you live in it. The 20% is when you're buying it as an investment. So what I'm saying is if you went in there and says, hey, I'm just going to go buy this thing, the guy doesn't want to budge, he doesn't want to do anything, he just wants his money, you write him an offer and say, I'll buy it for the $1.1 million on it. And then what you got to do is you got to come up with that 20% on that, which would be about 220
That's
down. And the worst case scenario is you do that, then you fix it up and then you turn around and sell it. You live in it and fix it up and sell it.
Well, in most of cases, that's always the deal. Like, the
You say
20%.
yeah. Here's where, okay, here's the big thing, guys. 3 to 5% of all deals. We're looking for a motivated seller. I think I need a new pen. Looking for a motivated seller. The vast majority of people just do it the traditional way because there's a real estate agent involved and they want to get their commission. They don't want to do anything creative. And so we're looking for that 3 to 5% on it. Okay. I'm just saying the worst case scenario, even if you did that, that would still be a good deal. So 1, go find a partner. Go find a partner. 2, just come up with the money on your own. 3, just go buy it and live in it and then fix it up and turn it.
Mm-hmm. So those are a couple options that I might do. Yeah.
What I like about this deal is the potential to make a profit. The question, I'm going to go right back to you, is it really worth 2 million if you fixed it up?
It is, Tom. It is. So can I tell another reason why it's worth that much?
Sure.
It's because near the market, hospital, school. It's basically close to the city. Like everything you need, it's in front of you.
So my real question is, I know those are nice things, and that's all part of the bargain finder that we talk about, but I
Mhm.
want you to look at other properties. Now you can write an offer and get it accepted. You can write that offer and get it accepted, and then you have some time to do what we call due diligence, where you can go in and you can go spend the time to make sure that the plumbing's right, there's not a problem with something. So you've got some time to back out. So you write the offer, you get it accepted, and then you have some due diligence. It's usually 14 days. So you tie the deal up, you've got a deal. Now you can go find a partner very easily because you've got a deal. Can you find a partner pretty easily under those terms?
Well, I think so. Yeah, this half of the profit will be split, then might be a good deal.
They get their money back first.
They get their money back first, then we're going to split the profit in half.
Yep.
Now,
Okay.
one question: if someone will show you this deal, this offer, and they're gonna get you as the partner, what will you say?
I found a great deal. It's worth 2 million. Worth 2 million. I can buy it for 1 point. I can buy it for 1.1. There's an
Okay.
$800,000 loan. The seller wants 370. We need to go put 150 into it. So our basis on it would be, the 1.3. I need you to come up with the 370 plus the 150 to fix it up. I'll go fix it up. You get your money back first, and any profit we make, I'll give you half of it.
It's a good deal. It's a good
How
deal.
many, how many of you think that's a pretty good deal?
Good deal.
Okay, I want to show you some places where you can get some great data from here. So if we go back to the Success Money Foundation right here, and you go down here to free books, downloads, and quotes, back here, go to courses, and we're going to go over here to the free downloads. First of all, when you want to learn more about this stuff, go to the free book section and just go to my Success Money Secrets. You can download the PDF. You can purchase it probably cheaper than you can print it by far. But when you go here, you can go through the book itself, and there's a whole bunch of sections on real estate. Okay, so just download it and read it from here. That's the first thing that you should be able to do. Number two is with your real estate. We're gonna teaching tools. No, that's not what I want. What I want is free downloads. And we're going to come here, and that's the bargain finder. So in order to find great deals, I want you to be able to go to this thing. It's called the bargain finder. Okay. And the bargain finder goes into great detail on finding deals. Okay. So this is what you're going to print out. And then every time you ask a seller questions, here's the name, the address, what's the size of it, how many bedrooms, baths, the neighborhoods, whatever. But here's the crucial part. What's the value? What's the resale value? If I was to turn around and sell this, what could I resell it for? What's the price? Okay, what's the price? What are the loans and how much do we owe the seller? The value in this case was 2 million. We said, hey, the property's worth 2 million, but only after it's fixed up. And the price happens to be the 800,000 on the loan. There's the loan, the 800,000, and the seller only wants 370. So 800 plus 370 equals the 1.1 right here. And then from there, you can figure out how you're going to come up with the money. There's the loan stuff right here. And that's how you would get into it. And that's how you're going to keep track of it. Now, in addition to that, we also have a really cool program here that you can do. We're going to come back here to courses, the downloads. And you can actually download this one. This is a little bit more advanced. This is the Find It, Fund It, Farm It calculator. And when you do that one, it will pull this up for you. The first thing you want to do is you'll pull it up in Google Docs, and then you'll want to come over here and make a copy. Okay, you'll want to come here and make a copy of it. File, make a copy. make a copy and save it into your Google Drive. Then you can come in here and this will do all the calculations for you. But it has to be simple enough that you can figure it out on the back of an envelope, which we just did. And then if it gets more complicated than that, then you can use this other piece as well. Okay? So those are the two big things. So now you've got to go do some stuff, and guess what you're going to do next week? You're going to come back and report. You're going to come back and tell us what you did with that. Now, if you could make, well, how much potential profit do you think you've got in this? 320,
Well,
200, there's 600,000 or 700,000. Let's say you made 500 on it. And if you made half of that and you made 250, would it be worth it to you?
it's worth it because I can use that again, for flipping another property,
How much money do you make as a school teacher?
A month,
Year.
a year, probably $4,000,
Okay.
5,000. Yeah.
You can make as much money on one deal as you do making it as a teacher.
Oh yeah, and another thing is not a year; it's just like months, 3 months or 4 months. So
You understand what I'm saying? You've got a job, you're living off your job. But step 6 is we got to add real estate and a business. So if you can flip real estate, that's probably one of the fastest, quickest, easy ways to do it, because that's basically how we made our fortune. And we did that by farming it. We found some great deals, and then we just kept them and held on to them. They doubled up in value. The loans all got paid off. And that's how we funded the foundation, was with real estate. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Any last things for Daryl? You want to throw in, ask a question, comment? No stupid looks are available here today. Okay. Nothing else? All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to be right back for our closing piece, and we're going to give you the link so you guys can make a little bit of money for coming to class today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's go make some money with and change your life.